Hey! Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Talani, and as you can see, once again we on a roll. I attempted a little half skull on my face, but practice makes perfect, and I bet you when I try this again, I'm going to master it. Alright, I does this shit. Alright, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the look. Halloween inspired, you know, it's spooky season, so I had to come and do a little spooky beat for y'all. A cute, glamorous, spooky beat. So today I'll be giving you guys another story time. Another spooky Halloween. I got makeup on my hands. Another spooky Halloween inspired story time. And this is just a story. It's not a real long story or nothing. It's just like, yeah, y'all can see. So let's get started. I had this granduncle, right? He was my grandmother's brother. And around this time, I had to been like, I want to say I was like 13, 14, around that age, right? I remember he had gotten sick. And he had got admitted into the hospital. He had to go abroad, and he had to go to the hospital abroad, basically. And a little bit about this uncle, this granduncle. He's a really nice guy, you know. He was more on the serious side. He was a polite guy, but he was more on the serious side, okay? And he I don't even know, because he had a lot of dogs. I could say that. He had a lot of dogs in his yard. And, you know, his wife was really nice. She had a shop. And then my cousin also lived with them, right? I was cool with my cousin too. That's about it. That's all I could say with him. He was a pretty serious guy. He did manly things, I guess, you know. I don't really remember much about him, honestly. But anyways, you know, he loved his sister, of course. He used to come around, bring her stuff. Like when he went fishing, bring her fishing stuff, fish, shark, stuff like that, conch, you know. He loved his sister, of course. And of course, he would come by pretty often. And she would go over by them too. So when he got admitted into the hospital, it was just so sad, you know. And then, let's fast forward to the scary part now. I'm sorry if this is all over the place and it's very jumpy. So while he was in the hospital, right? One night, I was asleep, of course, and I got up to use the bathroom, as one does. So when I got up to use the bathroom, you know, I was I would say I was between sleep and awake. But I had to been awake to use the bathroom, okay? So I went to use the bathroom, sat on the toilet, I started doing my do. I started peeing. Tell me why. Mind you, everybody else in the house was asleep. Only me was awake, and I was living with my grandmother at this time. Only me was awake. Everybody else was asleep. While I went to use the bathroom, you know, bathroom windows have like a little small window. We had a small window as the bathroom window, right? Our bathroom window was a small window. And I was sitting on, facing the wall, and the bathroom window is like up here. So not directly in front of me, but more up here like that. Tell me why the screen stopped moving. And I talking about like moving like this, as if somebody was trying to fix it by itself, moving. So the bathroom window was closed, but I could see the screen moving. I promise you, I was wide awake at this point. I was aware. I was not dreaming. I was not sleeping. None of that. I was so scared. I froze. I just froze, and I watched it. And it went on for like a minute. A good minute or two. Just moving like this. Like somebody was trying to fix it, you know? Somebody was trying to fix the screen. No hands, no nothing. The screen was moving by itself. I shit you not. I stopped peeing out of fear. That's how afraid I was. I stopped peeing and I froze. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk. I couldn't scream. I couldn't blink. I just was watching it. And then after some time, it stopped. And when it stopped, I was like, what the fuck? So I try to be quick on my feet to see, like, am I tripping? Is somebody coming to the yard trying to fuck with us? As I explained in the last story, the living room was to the front facing the yard. That's how people enter into the yard, usually, right? So I went to the living room, all the lights off in the house. I went to the living room and I looked outside all the windows to see if there was a person there. They would have went through, the front to leave. I went as quickly as I could to catch, even if it's a silhouette, something, any inkling, any type of evidence that there was a human being fucking with me. Nobody. Not a dog, not a cat, not a goat, nothing. And I had chills all over my body. Chills. I had chills. I think that was one of the most scariest things that I ever experienced. After that, I was like, what the hell? And I just went back to bed. After that, I just forgot it. It left out of my mind. I went back to bed. So, of course, the next day I had school. Fast forward a few days later. I was in the kitchen after school, washing the dishes. My grandmother came out and she just was on the phone. And then she told me, she was like, my granduncle, her brother, had died. Whew, that scared me. My automatic air refresher just went off. That thing scared me just now. Ooh, I'm getting chills. She came and she told me that he had died. And at this moment, I remembered what happened to me a few nights before. And I told her, right? I don't know why, when things used to happen to me, I never used to tell nobody right away. I should have. I don't know. I had so much on my mind. I told her, and she was like, I told everybody, actually, everybody in the house. And basically they was like, they believe it was him. I believe it was him too. Because how a few days later he died. I feel like it was his spirit coming to revisit his loved ones, say his final goodbyes before he passed on. That's what I feel like that was. That was something that was supernatural. Something that was out of this world, honestly. I don't think I'll ever be able to forget that. But, after that, I don't think I experienced anything crazy like that anywhere. I don't think so. But, yeah. I try not to think about all of those supernatural stuff because I believe that those things cannot harm you. I believe that, the dead has no power. You understand? But that experience right there really contradicted everything. But as of now, I try not to think of any of that. All right? Keep that far away from me. I don't do none of that. All right? We don't dibble and dabble over here. I promise we don't. But maybe it's the power of love. Maybe it's the power of that love, brotherly love. I mean, just wanted to visit his family one more time. That was it. I don't know why he had to scare me like that. Why he didn't go scare his sister. I don't know why he decided to come and scare my black ass. Cause what? Anyways, y'all. Thanks for watching this video. And I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Alright? Let me know what else y'all want to see. Alright? I know this is a short video, but I'll be back for more. Go watch my last video. The last one was real juicy. The last story time that I dropped, really juicy, a little longer than this one. Go watch it. All right, do your girl a favor. Watch my other videos, like and subscribe. Okay? Once again, if you stay to the end of the video. Anyways, thank you guys. Bye.